Hello everyone, it's Anand. Welcome back. This is part 4 of this series, and I'm going to discuss some scenario based questions. A user reports they cannot access a shared folder. How would you troubleshoot this issue? Before we start initial checks and troubleshooting, we need to first gather information. Collect information about this user. Is this user authorized to access the folder? Check the user permission. Check if that user is a member of a group who is authorized to access the folder. What operating system they are using? Is it Windows? It's a Mac OS or Linux? How are they trying to access the folder? Through network drive or through a direct shared path or through any specific application? Collect information about this share folder. Where this share folder is located. It's on a local machine or a network share or cloud storage. How this folder is shared through Windows file sharing or Samba or NFS or some specific cloud storage sharing. Are there any access restrictions set on the folder, like password or user permission? Initial checks. To verify basic network connectivity, ping to the server or computer hosting the share folder. Check if there is any firewall on user's computer or server which can block the share folder. Check by disabling antivirus software. Start the troubleshooting by checking if user is using the correct share folder name. Check if there is no typos. Confirm user has necessary permissions to the folder. Double check user account and group membership. Verify if network credentials are correct. If user is using map network drive, try disconnecting and reconnecting. Establish a new connection. Look for any error message displayed when attempting to connect. Look for any specific error code that can provide clue to the problem. USC can sometimes interfere with network access. Disable it temporarily for testing. If the problem still persists, review server logs. Look for any errors related to file sharing or specific user access. Do some network troubleshooting, ping, traceroute to check the connectivity issue between the user and server. If you don't have access to server, contact server administrator that they can further investigate. The internet connection goes down in your office. What steps would you take to diagnose and fix the problem? What we can do immediately is verify if this issue is affecting all the devices or just the specific ones. Check with your colleagues if they are experiencing same problem. There might be some tool from your internet service provider that can give an information on outage. Restart modem and router. If we have any additional network devices, we can restart them as well. Check all the cables are plugged in correctly to the modem, router or any devices. Look for any physical damage to cable or connectors. Contact internet service provider if issue still persists. Explain them the issue, the number of affected devices, any troubleshooting steps that we have taken. Share details like error message or outage report to them if available. If the issue is related to local network, check if a specific device are affected. Verify if the devices are configured correctly. Check the network setting, check IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, DNS, check the Wi-Fi password, check if this is related to some software. It's very important to document all these steps. Keep everyone informed about the outage. plan for a backup internet connection if it is not there. A server experiences a critical failure. How would you restore it from a backup? We need to ensure the backup we intend to use is recent, complete, and error free. We should test these backups often to confirm their integrity. We need to understand the nature of critical failure, what system is affected, how urgent. Depending on the situation, you can choose full server restore or individual file and folder. We need to identify a suitable server for restoration, or we need to dedicate the original server if possible. We need to also make sure there is an enough storage space and compatible software. If we need to recover full server, use a bootable recovery media that would be provided by the backup software. Restoring file and folder can be done online. We can check if we need to restore the file folder to a new location, or is it fine to overwrite the existing data. There are different kinds of backup: full backup, incremental backup, differential backup. Restoring these backups requires a specific restore procedure. It's important to plan the restoration and inform all the stakeholders about the process and potential disruptions. We should be also mindful of security implications during the restore. We should always have a rollback plan in case the restored server is not working as expected.